ECAT concert productions are sponsored by Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's concerts possible.
My name is Douglas King. I've been a developer and builder since 1966. Been building for over 55 years. Love what we do. Everything we built is something that I myself and my family would welcome to live in, and we've been successful, and the people that have bought from us are glad that they've done business with us. It's been a good journey, and we have hopefully a lot more to finish before we
At ECAT, we're here to keep you connected and involved in the community. On ECAT, you can explore the town with Gail Devins.
Hello, I'm Gail Devins, and welcome to our show, Discover Easton.
Tell your story with Harrison Young on Topic Time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic.
Good evening, everybody. If everyone could take their seats, please. Sorry. Just to let you all know, ECAT will be live streaming this event tonight. Most of you know who I am, but just in case you don't, my name is Nikki David. I'm the president of Tempo, the Easton Music Parents Organization. Each year, Tempo awards students who have participated in ensembles, auditioned groups, the musical, and state and/or district festivals. This year, we are acknowledging 218 students within the Oliver Ames and Easton Middle School programs. We would like to begin by thanking the entire Easton Public School Department of Music for all that they do to provide such an enriched experience for all our students, as well as the parents and family members that support us throughout the year. Just a side note before we get underway, we've made every effort to get things correct this evening, but if for some reason changes are needed to your certificates, or if we sadly butcher your name on the recording, please forgive us and reach out to your teacher if you need a new certificate. As we read the names, or actually the names are going to be played on a screen, you'll come up and receive your award, and we'll just hold the applause till the end when they get through all the names. Thank you very much. Come on up for your certificates, please. Next, we'll be calling up the Freshman Awards.
Isabel Alphonse, Orchestra. Wyatt Bailey, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band, Triumph. Nicole Barrows, Concert Choir. Samantha Beaumere, Orchestra. Jonah Bornstein, Concert Band. Michaela Brooks, Concert Band. Abigail Keady, Concert Choir. Rachel Carpentier, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band, Triumph. Kiana Conway, Musical. Stella Coulomb, Orchestra. Nicholas Perello, Guitar. Morgan Cuthbert, Musical. Patrick Dunlap, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band. Lena Flynn, Concert Choir, Show Choir, Stage Group. Juliana Gowes, Concert Choir, Show Choir, Musical. Leland Ganchard, Concert Band. Isabel Gauthier, Concert Choir, Show Choir, Musical, Junior District. Zoe Dennis, Musical. Adriana Herrera, Concert Band. Dr. Roberts, Concert Choir, Show Choir, Musical, Junior District. Juliana Howard, Concert Choir, Musical. Owen Hughes, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band, Junior Sunset. Dorothy Tell, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band, Click Band, Triumph,
What just happened?
Stage Crew, Junior Sunset. Marching Band, Jazz Band. Julie Roy, Concert Choir, Musical. Maplewood, Concert Choir, Musical. Caitlin Lemansky, Concert Band. Marina Lewis, Concert Choir, Musical, Junior District. Genevieve Rhodes Correa, Concert Choir. Grace McNamee, Concert Band, Marching Band, Jazz Band, Musical Pit. Declan O'Reilly Juarez, Concert Band, Jazz Band, Junior District. Lady Parker, Concert Choir, Musical. Sophia Van Dorn, Concert Band. Paris Tinia, Concert Choir, Show Choir, Musical. Ashley Myers, Concert Band. Carla Pizarro, Orchestra, Chamber, Triumph, Junior District, Senior Sunset. Ariel Hoffman, Concert Choir,
Okay, we're just... If we could ask if everyone kept the chatter just a little bit so we can hear the names, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't have to read what I had to write. These are like... Is that Deb's daughter? That's Deb's son, right? Is that boy Deb's son that just walked in? They look exactly alike. Hey. Oh, I know he does. He's always been doing it.
Concert band, Michigan. Jack Butler, guitar ensemble. John Carey, Chris Lachey, Mitchell Kalakusis, guitar ensemble. Mia Cardini, concert band, Mihai Vasera, concert band. Concert band. Concert band. Juliana Hasiso, orchestra. Elizabeth Dean, concert band. William Ferrara, concert band, marching band. James Ferrara, Florida. Gabriella Ferrara, concert choir. Michael J. Russo, Bruce Harrington, concert band, marching band, jazz band. Tegan Hodges, concert band. Grace Hauser, musical. Jonathan Howard, concert band. Matthew Lee, orchestra, chamber orchestra, senior districts. Quentin Lodge, guitar ensemble. Margaret McGuire, concert band. Regis Nelson, concert choir, musical.
Hey, Maggie.
Mira Lennon, senior districts, senior center. Janae Nichols, concert band. Scotty Hales, Samini Hunt, senior center. Ovid Parker, musical, senior districts. Cassie Pashas, musical, senior districts. Joseph Petruso, musical. Ian Silva, orchestra, chamber orchestra. Gabe Silverman, concert band, stage crew. Kobe Sobrow, musical. Joe Vitale, Marcus Sanford, senior saxophone. Sandy Weintraub,
Keep going, Marty. Keep going.
Anna Wood, concert band.
Okay, so I have the distinct pleasure of announcing the Tempo Scholarships. This is the 4th year Tempo has raised funds to issue senior scholarships. We are excited to thank our community for participating in all of the fundraising events this year to build these scholarship opportunities. This year we had a record 21 applications for the Tempo Scholarships, and we were honored to read the stories of how much music has shaped you all over the years. A committee of 6 made up of former and current EMS and OA parents reviewed your blinded applications. I abstained for obvious reasons, and chose this year's recipients. I will now announce the winners. I'm going to read a little blurb about each and hope that I don't cry. First up, our first recipient stole our hearts in middle school with his unforgettable performance in Seussical. And over the years, he has continued to dazzle us both on and off the stage with his unwavering dedication to the Eastern Music Program. He writes how our music program has shaped him, but I would argue, too, that, he too has helped shape the future for all of our students. Thank you for your, oh my God, I'm not even through the first one. Thank you for your indelible mark in our hearts, Owen Parker. We have the scholarships. Give me a chance to collect myself. Next up is a student that when I think of them, I am most reminded of this expressive young boy standing on the stage at the Parkview Music Concert as he sang louder than any of his peers and captured the heart of my family, especially my mom, who to this day still talks about that performance and that little boy. Starting out his early years as a trombone player, then tuba, he eventually found his way back to the stage with an enthusiasm and infectious personality in the OA musicals. He shares that music program helped him face some immense challenges, but I would say he has helped us meet the challenge of being a program that welcomes everyone to try and to step out of their comfort zone. Thank you for being yourself with us, Cooper Anderson. Told you. Many of my comments may seem very personal so far, and as I sat down to write them, it was impossible to avoid it. These students mean as much to me as my own daughter, who, even though she's not a member of OA anymore, she and they are so much a part of each other's stories. I've watched many of them grow into the fine young adults they are today, and I'm very proud of all of them. The next recipient is no exception. Like the others, music has been shaping her life since the start of the instrumental program in the 4th grade. Through the guidance and support of Mr. B and her peers, she sought out new challenges and faced difficulties with a tenacity that was amazing to watch from the sidelines. Don't let her smaller stature fool you. This young woman is a force, and she took her role to lead with grace, humility, and most of all, immense passion. Cannot wait to see where your future takes you. Sammy Weintraub. loved most about reading the essays was how often students were both challenged and supported to step outside their comfort zone to do things they never saw themselves doing, leading where they never thought possible. This next student, again, is no exception. A self-proclaimed shy kid, she not only took the task of learning a new instrument to be part of the jazz program, but through that experience, coupled with once again the amazing support of Mr. B, she accepted the honor of section leader as a junior and mentored the mallet section with poise and leadership. Congratulations, Grace Harrington. For this next student, I would like to quote part of their essay. In my final marching band season, Mr. Benson asked that we perform our show in a way that communicated our commitment. This year's show, in particular, featured a painting called Dinner by a Latin artist. The artwork displayed a family having dinner, and Mr. Benson made the analogy of the band as being one big family, in that we aren't at our best without everyone cooperating. This year's theme made me recall middle school, where Mr. Benson made every endeavor for me to continue music, including offering to give him rides to band, I might add, which resembled those of a guardian sibling or parent at that. We are glad that you and your parents gave band a second chance because you are an integral part of this music family. Samin Nahad. Okay. Our next scholarship recipient shared that rising to the demanding commitment and playing level of the chamber allowed her to advance her playing, develop resilience, and hone her work ethic, both as a musician and a person. She achieved the level of concertmaster of both ensembles, and she had the chance to lead her peers in pushing themselves and working together to deliver their best work at rehearsals and on stage. A leader on and off the performance stage, you are destined to go far and will be an asset to your next community of learning and music. Cannot wait to see where you are headed. Mireille Nemmer. Last, but certainly not least, our next recipient excels both in the classroom and in her musical expression, and from her essay, it is evident that the latter certainly helped shape and maintain her success. Allowing her to find a path for self-expression, her music has helped her meet challenges of loss and has inspired her to overcome sadness. She took that motivation and recognized that she could not only heal herself with her music, but others as well. We hope that your connection to music will continue to guide you on your path ahead. Congratulations, Amelia Andre. This concludes our portion. We're going to hand it over to Mr. Benson, but I just want to say that I wish, Ms. Ryan, sorry, that side of the room. I just want to say I wish I could have given all 21 something, and that the job that the committee had was by no means easy. So I appreciate you all pouring your heart out to us, and I wish you luck on your endeavors going forward, and go tempo, go music, and a round of applause for everybody, please.
Hello, everybody. I forgot how much of an emotional night this is, so I'll try not to go overboard. I just want to say it's such a privilege to be able to have a night like this where we just get to speak about our amazing students and the people that we get to surround ourselves with in this program. This is my second year here, and I think my students and parents who helped me can probably agree that it's been like night and day last year compared to this year. 1 year really, really does a lot to your confidence, to your knowledge of the people around you and the way things work, and this year has just been so much fun. I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of the band and orchestra kids a lot better as well, which has been really awesome through the musical, and it's just been a really great year. So that being said, I have a few awards to give out to some of my choir and musical and show choir kids. So let's see, where should I start? Okay. I'll just go in order as they appear. Okay, I'm going to start with Outstanding Performance in a Musical. So this was my first year directing the musical, or a musical in general. It was a crazy experience, and the student really just went above and beyond. So a few words about this person. With this being my first year directing the musical, the leadership from the seniors was extremely important to me. I'm sure my colleagues can agree that the seniors this year are really, really special. This one senior in particular not only blew everyone away on stage, but was incredibly professional, poised, enthusiastic, organized, and dedicated throughout the whole process. I have never ever worried about whether or not she had rehearsed her notes or practiced her music. Having someone like that being a captain of the ship is so important to the whole process running smoothly. She gave 100% effort 100% of the time and helped me maintain a professional environment backstage as well as on stage. The role this student played on stage is, to be honest, not super likable at face value. My theater class, if any of you are here, we watched many, many versions of Footloose on YouTube, or at least I have, and this role, she's not super likable. And I was like, okay, how are we going to go about this? I found the part to be a little bit flighty, have kind of a bad attitude, and be kind of hard to relate to. This student turned this role into someone endearing, earnest, relatable, funny, and lovable. I am so impressed with what she made of this character, and I think she is just the ultimate triple threat, or quadruple threat if you want to add being amazing at the clarinet. This year's award for Outstanding Performance in a Musical goes to Cassie Pashis. Oh, picture. I forgot about this part. Hold on. Where's the, oh. There we go. Okay. My next award is for Outstanding Soloist. So, you can never underestimate the power of a first impression. And with the show choir competition set, that first impression sets the tone for the rest of the performance. It is a huge responsibility, and this student absolutely killed it. I said this at the show choir banquet, but I just wanted to reiterate. Their talent was always very clear to me since I met them last year, and to their peers. But this year it's clear that they also know how incredible they are. They are a skilled technical singer, and it has been such a pleasure watching their talent and stage presence grow with each opportunity. Our show choir set this year would have been nothing without their incredible opening solo. So for one night only, the Outstanding Soloist Award goes to Sky Nieves. Okay. All right. This next award is for Outstanding Performer in Show Choir. The student has done such an incredible job this year as a leader and dance captain of Panache. This student's passion, dedication, and talent truly sets them apart. From organizing social bonding events to extra rehearsals, the student goes above and beyond to make sure that Panache continues to be a group full of talent, determination, and love for one another. The student's talent on stage is undeniable. She performs with gusto and strength and elevated our set this year with her beautiful vocals. She has a strong attention to detail and does not brush mistakes or inconsistencies under the rug. She strives for the best version of herself as a performer, and I'm always proud to watch her represent Panache on stage. I know she will continue to do great things and wow every audience she gets in front of. So this year's show choir Outstanding Performer Award goes to Tova Tala. Okay, all right, moving on to choir. I have two awards for Outstanding Choir Member. The first Outstanding Choir Member award is going to a very special senior. I met this student last year when she walked into G Block Choir, which ultimately ended up having a total of 3 students in it. Being in my first year here, that obviously made me very nervous, and I did not know how that was going to go. The student turned that tricky situation into such a positive experience for me and for their peers. They immediately had such a warm presence and just came in ready to learn every day, even if it wasn't the choir experience that they were anticipating. She has grown so much as a musician and vocalist in the last 2 years, and I'm so grateful for the time that we had in G Block Choir last year and in choir this year. She forges friendships with everyone around her and is a large part of what makes the choir community so special. She has really thrown herself into the experience this year, auditioning for districts, getting solos for concerts, and participating in Tri-Am. She takes whatever challenge is thrown at her and makes the best of it. And for that, my first recipient for the Outstanding Choir Member is Bia Nasser. Okay. All right. Second Outstanding Choir Member Award. Okay, my second Outstanding Choir Member Award is going to a student who truly pulls their weight, which is the understatement of the century. The student's positive attitude, dedication, talent, passion, and kindness is a huge part of what makes this music and choir community what it is today. It has been a huge joy to watch the students' passion for music and choir grow over the last 2 years. I think a lot of students join choir because they love to sing. But it really is a whole different ballgame than just singing the songs you love in the car. Sometimes you end up being one of maybe 2 or 3 basses, expecting to hold your part against 35 altos and sopranos. The student faces challenges like this one with excitement and enthusiasm and contributes greatly to the sound and success of our ensemble. Honestly, if I could create a specific award just for this student, I would, but because of his hard work and dedication to being the best bass ever, the second Outstanding Choir Member Award goes to Owen Parker. Okay, last one. And it's a special plaque, the National Choral Award. This student is truly an anchor of the choir here at OA. She kind of plays it cool, but in teaching her voice lessons this year and getting to know her better, I have had the incredible opportunity of uncovering some of the talent that she has up her sleeve. Her skill as a choir singer has been so consistent over the last 2 years. She picks things up quickly, can make changes from soprano to tenor at the drop of a hat, and has always been a model for the tone I strive for within the ensemble. She has regressed so much this year as a musician and a solo singer, and it has been really amazing watching her confidence grow. But the thing I am most proud of and what makes her deserving of this award is her attitude towards the ensemble. She consistently puts in 100% effort to whatever we may be doing, whether it be chanting out some crazy rhythm, sight reading in a new key, working on dynamics, whatever it may be. She has been an incredible leader this year and is consistently so encouraging of her other choir members when they try out for solos or try and sing something on performance day. Having talented, humble, dedicated upperclassmen is what makes this program continue to grow and be successful, and I am so proud to give the National Choral Award to Ava Anderson. And that's it for me. Thank you so much. I'm passing it off to Mr. Korn, I believe. Round of applause, Mr. Korn.
Hi, everyone. I hear there are bets placed on whether I will speak less than 5 minutes or more than 5 minutes. So watch your clock. We had awesome seniors this year. In guitar class, Mitch Kalakosis and Michael Jambuza. And in orchestra, let's see, shall I start with the basses? I'll start with the bass part. Amelia Andre, Jeff Beamer, Will Burns, Matt Lee, Lily Encisa, Ian Silva, and Mireille Nemmer. And you guys are awesome. It was fun. It was always fun. And this year was even more so. And I know you will remain wonderful people as you are. And I hope that you will continue being in music and playing wherever you go. And now let's get to the awards. We'll start with an Outstanding Performer Award. It will be awarded to my eyes and ears, the music arranger, the person who knows so many jokes I cannot compete, and a wonderful musician and an awesome person, Michael Jambusa. The next award is Outstanding Orchestra Member Award, and once again, that goes to an awesome human, a person. I think she is so far in 12 years of teaching at OA. For me, I think she's so far the person who we made the most music together. It was not only in school, it was all over the place, and it's wonderful. I really hope she will remain committed to music in the same fashion. We also spent quite a lot of time in community service. People, next year, I need a community service student. And I'll tell you right away, it is a lot of work. You will not be sitting doing nothing. But you will have something to remember. So a wonderful community service student, one of the best long jumpers in the state. My left hand and my right hand, Amelia Andre. And the last award that I have is the National Orchestra Award. Phenomenal person, great player. I think she organized everything for me this year. And I am really looking forward to hear more about her music and life and everything. So this award will go to my brain, Mireille Nemmer. Thank you, everyone.
What's up? Hello. It's loud. Sorry. Oh no, I lost it. I don't need it. I'm gonna do what this recipient did at the show choir banquet. I'm gonna freeball it. So the season was a lot for the show choir. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of competitions, more than last year, and this individual really helped. He always checked his email. Found out later it was because for college recs and not actually for show choir, but deep down I feel like it should be for show choir, but I understand that it wasn't. College is important. You'll do great at WPI. For outstanding pit member, I would like to award it to Samin Mihad.
You want it down right now?
Right. So normally I start this with the usual like, oh, I'll try to keep it under a certain... That's garbage. I'm not going to do that. I can't. Chapter 1. Just kidding. But only kind of. Okay. You know what? Listen. I'm set now. Good evening. Like I've already said, I can't do this quickly, and for that I apologize, but everyone else went really fast, so I don't feel bad. We're gonna do this a little differently this evening. I have visuals. Oh, yeah. Give it a minute. So, in my role as music department head, I do want to take a minute and acknowledge everybody, all of the seniors, all of the teachers, the administration. We've had a tremendous year, a tremendous couple of years here in the department, and I would certainly be remiss if I didn't ask for a round of applause for the entire music program, the town of Easton, for being named one of the best communities for music education by the NAM Foundation this year. That is a big deal. Yeah. And now, if I may, I know that it is customary for the department chair to make remarks and use the time for that, but Again, I think that I'm not going to do that. I have 24 seniors this year, and I need to talk to them. So it's going to take a minute, so everybody buckle up. All right, so, you know, you've all known me long enough at this point to know that I usually don't have trouble coming up with something to say. My marching band banquet speeches are notoriously long. Get me going on a Monday morning after a Patriots loss, or worse, a bad fantasy football weekend, and it can get bad. Am I right, Gaby? Where's Gaby? Gaby baby. Yeah, right. That was time on learning for some of us. Not all of us like football. So, so for tonight, I wrote 5 or 6 speeches, and then I deleted them. They sucked. They weren't good enough. Not for this graduating class. I feel like I owe you more than to get up here and remind you of the lessons learned and the outstanding work done. You all don't need that reminder. It's very difficult for me to put into words what you've meant to this program, or frankly, to me. So, rather than try to force a speech, I thought I would do one of the things that we do best in band class. Tell some stories. Yeah. Rather than drone on and on, though, which I'll probably do anyway, I thought that I would let some pictures and videos tell the story instead. So seniors, let's take a little walk down memory lane and tell, well, your music department story. 9 years ago, I was ready to start my 4th year teaching. It was to be my first year teaching full-time in Easton. I had been part-time the first 3 years that I was here. So what that meant was that I would be taking over a large chunk of beginner band in addition to my responsibilities at the middle school. I was very eager. I loved to teach beginner band. What I didn't know at the time was just how special a group this would turn out to be. At the time, I honestly wasn't sure if the clarinets would stop talking long enough to learn to play the clarinet. Certainly, I had no idea that we would still be together this many years later. Although, when some of you started to come hang out and eat lunch in the lesson room at Richardson Olmsted, something that we see become a regular occurrence over here at OA, maybe I should have known that something was different, and maybe something was starting to happen culturally in the program. Sorry, it gets worse. Sammy, you look the same. Now, what I will spare you is the audio of 4th and 5th grade band. I want it to be a happy night, and I don't want you to go home and have nightmares. But I have to say, by the beginning, well, maybe the end of 6th grade, you were certainly beginning to impress as a group. I can honestly say that I had never had another 6th grade band put on such a serious concert rendition of Adele. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. 2 and 4 is really chugging, you know? I can stop it. I can. So do you want to let it ride a little? Yeah. I'm so sorry. But flutes, those high C's, they're like within 30 cents, man. It's rolling in the deep indeed. But by the time you were 8th graders, I knew, 100%. Besides your, let's call it, personality as a group, you guys busted your butts to be better all the time. You really started to shine in the 8th grade, so much so that a good chunk of you decided to give marching band a try in the 8th grade. Sammy, you still look the same. As 8th graders, you guys embraced the role of EMS seniors and set a fantastic example. Some of the best soloists that I ever had at EMS. So Why don't we revisit a few of those? Oh, yeah. I could let this go on for quite a while. You just flag me when you're done. No, you gotta wait though. That's what I'm saying, right? Exactly. That was the middle school part. And that's when you knew. Yeah. When middle school jazz band soloists get a response like that out of an audience, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. Oh, but let's keep going. Whoa. Oh, Mr. Wheeler, right? Okay. Yeah, because lots of middle school flute players played Charlie Parker transcriptions, right? That's totally normal. Still not done, sorry. Whoa, Hector. Hector, get it, big guy. Yeah. And you know, the 8th grade concert band was no slouch either. It was separate at this point, right? We had a 7th grade and an 8th grade concert band. And there was something a little prophetic about the last song you guys played as a middle school concert band being The Avengers, given that it wouldn't be too long before you would play a leading role in the charge in the post-COVID recovery. Although we obviously didn't know that at the time. But the articulation in the trombones right up front, man. Look at that posture though, right? Yeah. That is not in tune, but yeah, that's okay. Okay. Well, and you can have this if you really want to watch the whole shebang, you know? But okay, so there you go. I mean, I know that was a while so far, but that was the first 5 years in just a few minutes. And at that point, right, that was my job done, right? And that really felt like a farewell. We did all of the farewell things. We took pictures after the concert, right? We said goodbyes. Nope. And that was tough. That was tough. We had been together for 5 years. We learned a lot from each other. I'm going to change pages. That's a good sign. I think I learned more from you guys than you learned from me. You worked so hard at everything we were doing, but somehow managed to make me appreciate the goofball moments a little more. From Swing a Fuche Kabasa in 6th grade jazz band rehearsal, shout out to Naaman, to shooting John with the foam disc gun whenever someone played a wrong note, to riding the Thunderbolt at Six Flags. And it was nice. You were really nice. No one made fun of me to my face because I was a total wuss bag and really afraid of the roller coasters and stuff. So you were very nice. You also taught me about kindness above and beyond. And because of you guys, only I think at that point, 9 years into my career, I had my favorite last day of school ever. And the band room was decorated with these, and I kept them. And I'm not going to read them now, although where's Matt Droney? You didn't wind up having a drumstick lightsaber fight during high school band class, so mission accomplished, man. Right on. Yeah. But there there were a lot of these that had a really similar theme. You know, it was like, oh, like these 5 years were great, middle school band was awesome, like this was super cool, like we're gonna miss seeing you. Like, joke's on you, right? Yeah, so that obviously didn't go as planned, but 2019 came, or that fall, we had a marching band season, and you guys were off and running as high schoolers. It was cool to see you as freshmen in the marching band. Obviously, we got to work together then, and stuff was moving the way we thought, right? And then, like all great stories, there was a plot twist. COVID happened, and the school year wound up looking like this. I'll let you digest that one. Okay. I'm telling you, like, I knew at that time, here, I'll give you another thought. That whole shenanigan, like the year and a half of heck that we went through, that could have been shortened if they had put a marching band director in charge of the whole thing, right? I mean, I'm just saying, right? I mean, come on. Alas, no one listens. I just teach band. So, seriously though, COVID came. It was the worst thing to happen to school music programs in this country in the 100+ year history of having music programs in schools. During that COVID year and a half, concert band looked like this. Yeah. Jazz band looked like this. Or this. That's a good one, right? That was about as close as we could get. Marching band, marching band looked like this. Right? Yeah. So, and then, by the time we were back to normal, or at least as close as we could get, you guys were all of a sudden upperclassmen, section leaders and captains when it seemed a moment ago you were freshmen. We had to rediscover our traditions, and you had to define your leadership style all on the fly and totally from scratch. You not only brought us back, but you exceeded and excelled any and all expectations that we could have had for you. Concert band looks like this again, largely because of you. We just did this. See, we don't really have to listen to this one, right? It's proving a point. Jazz band has looked like this twice. Marching band looks like this. Well, sometimes. And you know, we don't talk a lot about the trophies. It's not really a focus for us here in the program, but every time you had a shot last year or this year, these performances wound up looking like this. You should be proud of that. Immensely proud of that. We can stop that though. And that's, for those of you that are wondering why this is happening right now, that's a police escort home because they won something, it's not what you're thinking. I deleted those files. Okay. So, even with all of our success as a program in the aftermath of the pandemic, I think the most important thing is that your focus remains the same as it was for all of the years before. After all, why did you stick it out through that and work tirelessly to bring it all back? Well, you said it best and answered that question back in September, so I'll let you explain.
It's definitely the camaraderie aspect. I think coming together and building, like, making something bigger than ourselves is super interesting to me.
My favorite thing about the band is honestly just the people.
My favorite thing in marching band would probably be just the environment. You know, you can make tons of friends here.
That was an abrupt cutoff, Samina. It's the way that chopped you. I'm sorry. Oh, we even made it back to Six Flags, right? Yeah. I'm so close. You play for each other. Period. Nope. So now, this time it's for real. Couple weeks, we go our separate ways. But I need you to remember a few key points. You will always have a home here. You will always be family. Your legacy and the example that you set for the younger students in this program matter. You matter. Always work hard in every endeavor, no matter how big or how small. Be better every time. And please remember, in the special moments and the ordinary moments too, to look around and take it all in. Now, I can't give everybody an award. Not everybody gets a trophy, but I do have something for everyone. And of course, there's a story that goes with that too. So you got your 8th note pins at the concert, so that's out of the way. But many years ago, when Mr. Farrell was in the show choir pit, we went to Chicago. While we were there, we met a tiger at a zoo. I don't remember his name, sadly. But where's Chloe? Chloe's cousin bought Tiggs at the zoo. And Tiggs became the show choir pit mascot. And the show choir pit back in those days, speaking of tradition, for years and years and years, we would find something to put hands in on before a show, and we would have some sort of a saying, if you will. And it was good that it became Tiggs, and Tiggs kind of became the permanent tradition. We'd all go hands in on the tiger, and the pit captain would say, "Don't fight the tiger," and everybody, "You'll lose," right? Which is good, because there was a weird spell where they were using like the head of the youngest freshman, and you really can't do stuff like that anymore. So anywho, when the youngest guys in that show choir pit graduated at Tempo Awards that year, I was given custody of Tiggs. And you guys see him all the time. He sits on the computer screen in my office. "Don't fight the tiger" became the rallying cry for the marching band, and the rest of all that is history. There's a sign that says that. I think that was last year at Tempo Awards. The seniors gave me that. So Tiggs sits in my line of sight every day at work as a reminder of good times past and the mentality and culture that, I could say the mentality and culture that I want to instill in my students, but it's the mentality and the culture that you guys bring every day. Ready? A tiger mindset, if you will. Unfortunately, Ty doesn't make Tiggs anymore, which is a shame, but they make his little brother Tiggy. So who has green eyes, which if you actually look, the OA Tiger logo, when we rebranded, there are two versions. There's the 2-color tiger and the 3-color tiger. The 3-color tiger has green eyes, along with all of the orange and the black, but it costs more to silkscreen, so we don't usually spring for the green-eyed tiger in the music department. But I have a Tiggy for all of you. And I put it on the Tempo debit card. I'm just kidding. So take these with you, take them to school, and put them on your desk, and remember, when those tough moments or the obstacles present themselves, and they will, remember, they won't last in no small part, because you will always be a tiger. And don't fight the tiger, you will lose. Now I have to find a way to get through giving you awards. So don't leave without these. So I told you it was going to take a minute, and I'm not sorry. So, okay. I have 2 senior honors to give out. It's never easy to be the new guy. In fact, it's incredibly difficult. And at some point in all of our lives, we experience being the new guy. And to come into a program like this in a high school and contribute, not only contribute, but to work to be better than you were when you started so that you keep up, that's hard. A lot of people get discouraged by things like that. This person did not. Took lessons with Mr. De Silva, and has been holding down first clarinet parts the whole time that we've been here, or that I've been here, rather. Excels in AP Music Theory, and even consulted for me on what I'm hoping will be a technological upgrade in the lab. So my first senior honor goes to Mia Corradini. talk about a hard worker. Man, this guy does anything and everything you ask all the time. Heck of a musician. And I do believe that Merrimack, which is becoming like, you know how like a couple years ago, the Houston Texans became like the Patriots South? It was like, they signed Bill O'Brien and they were signing all the like old Patriot players. Well, Merrimack College is becoming like OA that way. And like they're signing all of our guys, man. So, and I do believe that they've recruited this young man to go play tenors after 1 year in a drum line, and I think that's incredible, and he's going to do a great job there because that's what he does. This is my second senior honors for Brady Burton. All right, now I have a few music honor awards to give out. This first one, so, I mean, we go all the way back to fourth grade, and it's really funny to think about because in fourth grade, the alto sax looks so big on every kid. It's like, it just drags, you know, and now if he held one, it'd look like a kazoo, you know? I don't even know what to say about you, John, because half of it will probably get me fired because it's funny, you know. But I just love this guy. I mean, he kills himself to be able to play, and he does it while doing everything else. I mean, he's a football captain. You know, he's going to school for football, and he's an amazing bari sax player. I mean, he comes to everything that he can, always helps out. So, John, I don't have a foam disc gun up here, but come on up, buddy. Okay. Next. This was hard. This was all really difficult, guys. You're all such great people, and this person is no different. But this year in particular, you go back, again, we go back all the way, and it's really hard to pinpoint a moment in time where it was like, yep, nope, and because there's so many moments. But again, the willingness to do what the team needed. Like, I need you to take this really heavy thing, even though you look like this, and I need you to like stand in the sun for 9 hours and do that, and like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, great, cool. And to watch the way that he persevered this year, and there needs to be no other context than that, but was just incredible. So this Music Honor Award is for Cooper Anderson. Okay. All right, so a story. I mean, can I tell? Yeah, all right. Well, it's okay. So when I was teaching at the middle school, one of the toughest things that I had to do every year was jazz band auditions. It felt like everybody in the program auditioned. And that's very difficult, especially with things like piano or flute. How many pianos can you have in jazz band? How many flutes can you have in jazz band? You know, and so that, listen. So many times in my career, I've had to have the conversation with someone like, you know, and at that point, it's difficult. It's very hard for sixth graders to understand. But you have two choices. You can do nothing, or you can do something completely different and like go all in to be amazing. And I don't think that I've ever seen someone take something and run with it like I saw Grace Harrington take to the Vibes. And I don't even know if you knew what they were called in 6th grade. No. But was up here in the high school big band as a freshman as the vibes player. And that's a huge deal. And she's an awesome player, but she's an even better person. And sometimes I think when you're a quiet person, sometimes people don't necessarily acknowledge the amount of work you do because you're not advertising it. And Grace, you bust your butt. I didn't say the A word because someone's filming, but you do. So this music honor is for Grace Harrington. Okay, and now I call them back to back for attendance on the bus. So, when I remember to take it. Similar stories. I mean, most of the stories I have, I think about the seniors revolve around the way that they selflessly go about their hard work. And again, this person is no different. She teaches piano, right? And just again, we're so spoiled here. Like, became a smoke and mallet player. We've never had to have 2 mallet players in the high school jazz band before. But sometimes you get to a place where you just have to play them. Like, you got to play. You can't not play because you work that hard and you're that good. And she's gonna take that. I know she's majoring in music, and she's gonna kill that just like she killed everything here. So this music honor is for Nicole Brooks. Brooksy. Okay, almost there. Okay, this next one, we're gonna switch it up here. This is for an outstanding jazz band member. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the same story, but with better hair. You know, no offense. And you know, we started way back. I mean, I taught you to put the first one together. And then I was like, hey man, listen, you're kind of tall for your age, so you should play the big one. And we had that little middle school interlude with Barry Sachs, you know, and that was funny. That was a good time, right? And just sets the best example. Always on time, always present, always knows his parts. My solo's not working, so I'll go buy like the Stan Getz Omni book and learn a bunch of his solos and see what fits, and we'll go from there. With no prompting and no asking, constant study and work towards being better. And a funny guy. I'll just leave that. We'll let that marinate. So this outstanding jazz band member is Ezra Graham. Okay, I'm not done. Sorry. Still not done. Okay. Next two. Oh no, let's do this one. Okay. So, this is the Director's Award for Band. It's not new. This is not new. We just don't necessarily give it every year. This is if anybody's familiar with, I don't know if that's the right comparison to make. If anybody's familiar with the British Honours System, the Director's Award for Band is like the Royal Victorian Order. It's in the personal gift of the band director. The government gets no say in who gets it, but for personal services to the monarch, you know. So see why I didn't want to make that comparison, though, you know. But so this person and I actually go back further than everybody here. I knew this person when she was in a baby carrier, rocking back and forth on the sidelines at marching band rehearsals. And what many of you don't know is that if you've ever been on a field trip with me at some point, she probably processed your paperwork. This person does so much community service for me and has for years, practically ran the Six Flags trip without being asked and without having a role as a community service student. Just does it when she's not sleeping on the chair in my office. So this Director's Award for Band is for Elizabeth Feeney. Yeah! Okay, only 4 more, and I'm going to do them 2 at a time. Nope, not that one. Okay. So, these are the Jazz Band Awards. We have the Woody Herman Jazz Award and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. And obviously, these go to outstanding jazz band members. This person has already been acknowledged a couple times tonight, so I don't want to say too much because most of it's already been said. But again, thanks for giving us a second chance, man. You turned into a smoke show of a player, and I'm really proud. So the Woody Herman Jazz Award goes to Samin Nihad. All right, and this one, we're keeping this one in the family in more than one way. So this is going to go to a tenor sax player for the 2nd year in a row. Maybe 3rd. I don't know. Oh, yeah, no, 3rd. Although he played alto senior year. Whatever. Yeah, well, I'm taking my time here because the timeliness factor for this person sometimes, is an issue. But other than that, I mean, when he's at rehearsal, well, he's always at rehearsal at some point. But when he's there, man, just always on the ball when he has his music and pencil. And I'm sorry, come on, you had to, the humor's gonna help me not cry. So, always ask the most pertinent and intelligent questions and digs deeper into the material than probably anyone else that I've ever taught. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award goes to Marty Sankoff. All right. Sorry, and you know what I forgot? I fixed this slide. You're on there now, Anna. You were on there the whole time. You just got cut off, man. Okay. All right, last 2, and then I'm done, I promise. So this is where it got quite literally impossible. And you can probably, you'd probably guess where it's going. So these are the concert band awards. The Patrick S. Gilmore Award, we haven't given that one in a long time, but with 24 seniors, some decisions were really hard. So Patrick Gilmore was a band director during the Civil War. He was attached to General McClellan, which didn't go so well. But he played for every sitting president from the time he was 16. So from 16 on, he played for every sitting president in the United States during his lifetime. His band was, before Sousa came along, his band was regarded as the finest concert band in the country. I've been thinking long and hard about what to say here, and I've said a lot. So probably surprising again that this is really difficult for me. I've been very fortunate to have followed these guys through the program for 9 years. And so This person comes from the only 4th grade instrumental class that I ever kicked out of the classroom during class. They were a hoot, I think is what you're supposed to say. But went on to be, yeah, I'll say it, the best clarinet player that I've ever taught. And a tremendous leader. Nope. Oh, I've made it so far. I've been teaching for 13 years. 9 years is a large percentage of that. And my job is to make sure that we play great and that there are butts in the seats every year. And we will do that. I find it difficult here and now not to stop and think that even though we will continue to be great, it will be different. And that's okay, but it's important to stop and take note. I don't really remember what it feels like to do my job without all of you guys around. I'll figure it out. But this person is a large part of the reason why, and I'm going to miss you tremendously. The Patrick Gilmore Award for Outstanding Contributions to the Band goes to Cassie Pashas. Yeah, right. Upgrade. Last one. Thank you to all of my colleagues for not getting the big hook and yanking me off stage. That's why I'm not on stage. I'm harder to get down here. I mean, same deal. How many flutes do you know that play Charlie Parker in the 8th grade, man? You know? Darwin, I mean, do you know any? I don't know any. I mean, you're right there. No, right, see? I don't know. We've gotten to spend a lot of time together this year because she was my community service student. Some people are born leaders and they don't know it. Sometimes they figure it out. Sometimes they need to be told. Sometimes they need to be told more than once. That's okay. It's school. We're here to learn. And I don't know if I know anyone that took on leadership so uncomplainingly as Sammy. And I mean, don't get me wrong. We had our weekly kvetching sessions during G Block. Like, it's cool. But, oh my God, I don't know. The extra hours are incalculable. What do you need? What can I do? Are we ready to go? I mean, the 2 drum majors and the post-it notes this year, like the organizational skills alone, just, what do you say? We're spoiled here. And it's because of you guys and what you bring to the table. And I sound like a broken record now, but it's gonna be different without you around. And that's okay. But I'm gonna miss you, like a lot. So, the John Philip Sousa Award goes to Sammy Weintraub. Nope. Oh, we dropped the pen. Okay. All right. It's 15 minutes past tip-off time. I'm really sorry. But I'm done. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful summer. What? Right. Sorry. My bad. The Celtics. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Sorry, okay, and to the chorus students, please.
Choir seniors, please come up. Okay, hi everyone, my name is Tova, and I've had the pleasure of being Panache's dance captain this year, as well as a member of choir and the musical. I met Miss Ryan first period of my first day of junior year. It was clear that she was confident in her skills and she was here to stay. She was a warm, exciting presence in the classroom and was clearly excited to share her knowledge with us. Over these past years, we've noticed several things about Miss Ryan. We've learned about her love for a cappella, and I suspect a group will be showing up here soon, but I really have no confirmation on that, just a hunch. We learned of her love for Ithaca College, and we learned that if there's one thing to avoid, it's showing up late to a rehearsal with a coffee. She really hates that. We as a senior class have had our fair share of choir directors. Shout out to Mr. Korn for freshman and sophomore year, and to Ms. D for running Panache for those years as well. So when we contemplated how to show our appreciation, we settled on a few things to make the choir room feel a little bit more like home for her. After all, we've put so much time and attention into cleaning that space over these past few days. Shout out to Owen and Kirsten for spending 3 hours picking an old number line off the floor. For anyone who doesn't know, the choir room can turn into a bit of a mess, and people's binders tend to get a little lost. And for a while now, Miss Ryan has been talking about something to keep everyone in one spot. So Miss Ryan, if you could come up here, I don't know where you are, but yeah, our first gift for you is a brand new binder organizer. Oh, we're going that way. The screen makes it a little hard to see. Oh, you got it. Yay! Yeah, so we've all signed the top, and we're hoping it can be an ongoing tradition, but if not, we've signed them, so. we know. Legacy is also something that's been stressed upon us for years. Our grade has been the one to bring things back, unfortunately, to take the blow and rebuild for future grades. And as hard as that's been, it's given us lessons to live by and made us think a lot about how we wanted to be remembered. As leaders, as mentors, and as building blocks of this amazing music department that we've found a family in for so long. So we wanted to give you a little something to remember us by. Our lovely Sky is incredibly talented, and we figured what better way to decorate the new and improved choir room than with our beautiful faces. Yeah. So we made this for you. And it comes with our services of putting it onto the wall so that it doesn't like sit by your desk for a while. But thank you for a great couple of years. We've really appreciated it. Mireille, I think you're up. Mireille. Can I have all the present orchestra seniors come to the stage, please? Jeff, I know you're here. Or did you leave? Matt? Okay. So, how do we start? Mr. Korn, where are you? Come up on the stage so we can acknowledge you. So some of our other seniors could not be here tonight. However, we wanted to acknowledge you just for the past 4 years. I don't know if words can describe everything we've learned through your little anecdotes, obviously musically. And so we wanted to give you a gift that kind of reflected that we were listening to your funny stories as you told them. I know last year some of the seniors talked about how easy it is to fall asleep in orchestra, but with some of the lively stories that Mr. Korn tells, it's hard not to stay awake. So we're going to bring the gift out. Okay, so I'll give these to you in a second. A lot of them warrant explanation. So a few years ago, is it sophomore year? Oh, yeah, so a few years ago. Mr. Korn told me words. So I was learning a solo, and it wasn't sounding very hot in rehearsals. And so Mr. Korn told me words that changed my life. He said, if you call yourself a mushroom, get in the basket. And so, at least via my interpretation, this means if you take on a role or take on a responsibility, you really have to give it your all and get in the basket. So what better medium of gift bag than a basket? And so another endeavor of Mr. Korn's that we started this year was to decorate the orchestra room. And so what better thing to put in this basket than mushroom fairy lights for Mr. Korn to put around the classroom. And I'm sure you guys know that Mr. Korn is known for loving cows and the affinity he has towards them. And recently, in this same sort of mission to decorate the orchestra room and elevate the vibe, those are words we threw around, and that's not like my colloquial language. But so there's this Christmas tree that we put in his room, and so it was kind of awkward after Christmas because, like, what do you do with a random tree sitting around? So we got him an arrangement of cow ornaments, so it stays fit and fresh all year round. And then next, another anecdote. Shout out to Amelia. This was her idea. So Mr. Korn told us once in his travels, I forget where he mentioned he was traveling to, he mentioned seeing a shirt that really touched him, and the words on it read, "Lettuce, the taste of sadness." And so we felt it would be more than appropriate to get you one of your own. And then and then in here, as some of you may know, recently the orchestra was blessed with the immense honor of a gold medal at MICA this year. And so we got Mr. Korn a picture of all the seniors with and this signed frame. It's kind of fragile. I actually had to buy two because I broke the first one. And with all our signatures on it for you to remember us by and to decorate your little corner. And then, last but not least, thank you to Lillian Cisa, who's not here tonight, but I guess Amelia was able to extract information from you during community service that your favorite sweet is tiramisu. So, lo and behold, tiramisu.
Now I know your question. That's right.
Oh no!
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Of course. Don't forget the And now I'm going to hand it off to the band seniors.
I can take it. I'll take it.
I'm not good. I know.
Mr. B, can you come up here so we can recognize you and give you our gift? Thank you, Mr. B.
I guess we'll start. We have a few different parts. We have 3 different parts. It'll go quick. I didn't prepare anything to say, so it'll be quick. This first gift is a little bit less for you, Mr. B, and a little bit more for the people who make it possible for all of us to do what we do. We know with all of our craziness, because, I mean, we're a little bit crazy, your support at home is a big part of getting you through it. We see it at Marching Band with Mrs. B bringing you dinner every night, and Allie quickly became a mascot of the Marching Band, and I'm sure Tony will in the fall as well, and I know we'll be more than happy to come back and visit and get to meet him. Yeah, we'll probably be meeting him next week. Early welcome, but so we just have a few things here. We have some flowers for Mrs. B, some stuffed animals for Allie and Tony, some candy for you, but it's a secret. And my favorite part of the gift, I'm sure you guys will all enjoy this. I couldn't resist the Dad Jokes books, because your jokes have been getting a little shabby, Mr. B, for being honest. So, as a dad of one and an 8th, 9th child, two kids. This is a dad joke. Oh yeah, and some baby clothes. But that's our little family.
All right, so we have one other gift. We all know Mr. B as the busiest person around. He is always moving, always working, always putting out fires, metaphorically speaking, of course. Whether he is down at EMS for a middle school jazz band, putting a smile on the faces of the kids at Blanche Ames, or helping us high schoolers out with everything under the sun, Mr. B does so much for us and makes more sacrifices to be such an amazing teacher than we could imagine. So what do you get the busiest teacher in the world who never has the opportunity to actually sit down at his desk, the person literally running from building to building, helping students, the person who still has a ton of administrative work to do, and many, many emails to answer? You can bring it out now. Mr. B, this is a standing desk attachment for your desk here at school. You never have the time to sit down at your desk, so we thought it would be the perfect band teacher deserves the perfect band office accessory to make your day a little bit easier and a little more compatible with your unique schedule. Thank you, Mr. B.
No. Oh, there's a third part. Oh. Don't worry about it. We can grab it. Yeah. I'll keep it really brief. As you mentioned and showed us in the pictures, our grade has always been a really special group. We've always been really close, and we've always been really close to you, Mr. B, and to the band program here. Middle school, going down during Focus, I know probably the majority of us spent all of our Focus time down there, hanging out with you, playing Frisbee inside, which we probably shouldn't have, and doing tons of fun stuff every day. And it was really just our safe place throughout middle school, elementary school, and now high school as well. And in 8th grade, we put together something to thank you for that. And we, to explain to everyone else, a few of us organized everybody, all of the 8th graders who were leaving middle school, to write a personal note to Mr. B, and we hung them up in his classroom as a surprise for him to come in on the last day of school. And this was our way of saying goodbye to an era that meant a lot to all of us in middle school. And 4 years later, it means even more as we're all leaving as adults to our next stages of life. And while we didn't hang it up anywhere, we got the senior class to write some updated thank you notes and personal stories that you can carry with you even after we're gone. So, yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Everything must go. We're good. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And don't forget, Broadway nights tomorrow. Make sure you come. Okay.
ECAT concert productions are sponsored by Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's concerts possible.
Come on, Michael. Sure. For everyone. Michael.